For years, you have been fighting certain paths in life, and you've sworn to yourself that you will never be that person. You will never go to that place. But guess what? Somehow, life really has a way of doing its own thing. And so, life slowly humbled you, slowed you down, and then moved you exactly to those places that you've sworn you will never be. Life slowly made you to become that very person that you hated so much. Now, that is not the whole thing. You know the funniest part of the whole thing? You swore never to be that person. You swore never to go to those places. But guess what? That person you swore not to become, that place you swore never to go to, is the very thing that is making sense in your life right now, is the very thing that is making you to be happy right now, is the very thing that is making you to see purpose in life. And guess what? What I just told you right now is exactly what happened to me. It happened to me, and you know what? Life really made me, I mean, life pushed me gradually, and finally it made me to grow into where I have been planted. And right now, I am not regretting at all. I just look at the whole thing, and it's like funny. It's like a dream to me. But the fact is, it is reality. Now, let me break it down to you. When I was much younger, I grew up hating anything that has to do with educating. And that was because my dad was a teacher. And I grew up to see him that some months they skip their salaries, they pay them late. And with all the effort they put, their efforts are not being valued. The effort and the pay is nothing you can compare about. And that is not the whole thing. After working for 35 years, when he was retired, you know what? It became the worst. It became the worst because sometimes their salary will be withheld, and they have to go and be doing verification upon verification. Imagine someone that is aged, that you're supposed to relax and then enjoy yourself. You'll be moving to and fro whenever they like, that you should come for verification. And I was like, what are they trying to verify again? It's not something they should have been doing regular, but the verification comes irregularly, and to me it is stressful. My dad was strong and okay to be going, but it came to a point when he was not feeling fine. I had to represent him, and I saw people that are aged, that are not supposed to be stressed. They have to come and do verification for them to get their pension. And so I was like, this is a no-go area for me. And then another thing I swore and I hated so much in my life was agriculture. The people that were around me when I was growing up, the farmers, when I look at them, they look stressed, they look poor, they look unkept. There is nothing really attractive about them and their life. There is nothing motivating about them and their life. And so I told myself, Farming is a no-go area for me. Anything education counts me out. And so that was how I have been fighting against these two things in my life. Then, when I got to the university and I met my husband, then we were dating, he used to encourage me, about agric. And whenever he brings up the topic, I'll tell him I don't like agric. God forbid. When he tells me about teaching, I'll say, God forbid. My father was a teacher. To me, nothing come out, and so I don't want to go into a field that I won't be valued, respected, and then treated in a better way. So I said, no, please, even if you want to joke with me, not this kind of matter. I don't have interest. And it keeps on painting, making me to know why agriculture is very important, how it is good, but then it is something I don't like, and so I don't even want to hear. And that was how once in a while you bring it and then I'll push the idea away. Then youth service pushed me to go into teaching because I was posted into a classroom, and so I had to teach in a secondary school as an economics teacher. Okay, but that is not what I love. But then it is NYSC. I know that 1 year it is over. Okay, then after service, that was I served 2011. After service, there was no work for me, and so I was tired of staying idle. And so where the apartment I was staying, there is a school close by, and I told myself, instead of me to just be sitting down in the house doing nothing, let me just go and teach in that school, refresh my brain so that I won't forget the things I have been taught in school. And so that was what led me to go into teaching. And so I taught for a term, and then a better opportunity came and I left. But the fact is, the bottom line is, I have been fighting seriously for a very long time against anything education and then farming or agriculture. Then, when I got married, and then we moved to our home, and when we got to our home, we have a bigger portion of the land that is just there. And so I told myself, instead of just to be cutting the grass just like that always, let me just plant something, and then let it be that as I'm weeding, at the end of the day, I'll have something to benefit from it. And that is how I started farming. And so I have a garden. I plant different, as in varieties of crops. I have my okra, I have my ugu, I have my water leaf, I have my cassava, I have my yam, I have my cocoyam, I have my plantain, I have my sweet potato. And so I do this every year now. Me doing this now made me to start loving farming, and that is because when I plant and I harvest, by God's grace, I used to have bountiful harvest, and so it was encouraging, and I keep on doing it, and it got to a point that it became part of me that I must plant every year, and that is how I started loving farming. Okay, now let me come to the education aspects. The last flood that came, that was, I think, this is, sorry, 2023 or 24. I think that was the last flood that came. And so I went for flood break in Port Harcourt, and then over there, this idea of me creating content started. And when I came back from the flood, that was when I created the channel, and I did not start posting immediately. I I created the channel. I didn't post immediately, but then it didn't take me time. I started posting, and before you know it, I became addicted to creating content. And the kind of content I chose was education, because when I want to create, I ask myself, what can I really do? What can I really offer? Okay, I want to do YouTube. So what am I going to do? Everybody that I watch is doing one particular thing or the other. So what am I going to do? And the idea came that, Dora, you can talk. You love motivating, you love encouraging people. You've passed through a lot in life that you came out strong. So you can do something like that. And that is how Simplicity in Peak Channel came up. And what am I doing here? I am educating, I am impacting. And so you see, what I have been fighting like all my life is what I am now finding interest in, is what is now giving me peace, is what is now giving me fulfillment, is what keeps me going, is what gives me joy, is what makes me to be happy. And so when I create content, when I plant, and then I see my crops growing, and then I harvest them, and when I eat them, there's this excitement in me that it is coming straight from the farm without chemicals, I mean organic. And I came to realize the importance of me farming, because it makes me to know what I am eating. And when I harvest my produce and then I prepare them, I see that there is a difference in the taste compared to the ones I used to buy, because most times what we buy are filled with a lot of chemicals, preservatives. And so when I get it straight from my farm, I know that it is natural without chemicals. And so, considering my health, in wanting to live a healthy life, I see me farming as a path that I have to continue. Is something that I've seen that I've come to stay, because health is wealth, you know. I am so concerned about what I consume. I am so concerned about what I take into my system, because whatever you take into your system has a long way in affecting your health, be it positive or in a negative way. And so this is my story of how I have fought this part of agriculture and then education like the whole of my life. But right now, it gives me peace, it gives me purpose, it brings meaning to my life, and is a thing of joy. Prior to this time, I used to feel lonely and then bored in the house. And so I will be forced to go out and then visit. But then, when I started creating content, I came to realize that this feeling of me always being lonely is no longer there. I don't feel lonely anymore. I think of content ideas, I think of how to create the content, I create the content, I work on it, I upload it, and when the video is out and I see that one person watched the video, it gives me joy. It means that someone out there saw what I did, someone out there heard my voice, someone out there was able to get one or two things from what I did. And so there is this joy in me that I am touching someone's life. There is this joy in me that what I am doing is good because it brings joy to me. And right now, as I'm creating this video, I just realized, why on earth was my dad having pleasure in teaching, even though the money was little compared to the impact it was creating? I came to realize right now as I'm creating this video that my dad really had passion in doing what he was doing because of the impact he was creating and the joy it brought to him. Let me tell you, I had an experience when I was in the university. I went to get my bursary, and so I went for the verification of my document. When I went there, I am supposed to have an issue because my name appeared in one of their lists, and in one of their list my name was not there. But then when the man that was doing the verification saw my son name, what happened? He asked me, "Are you the daughter of so 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 person?" I said yes. And he said, "Wow, your dad taught me. Your dad is so intelligent. That man impacted in my life. He wouldn't know me again. But then, your dad was a good man. Your dad was good." He now asked me, "I hope you are intelligent like your dad." I said, "No, sir. No, sir." And the man smiled. You understand? And so you see the impact. He taught someone and the person appreciated it. And the person saw me bearing the surname, and then the person helped me without me even begging the man to assist me. The man really assisted me, and I was so excited. And it got me thinking that there is nothing good you are doing that will be a waste. One day, you might not reap the fruits of your labor, but then your children or children or someone close to you might benefit. So, doing what is right feels good. And that is the state I am. I am so excited. You know, I have come to see in life that you can't really run away from your shadow. You can't. No matter how you run away from where you have been planted, life is going to push you in a way and manner that you must get there. Just like the story of Jonah in the Bible. Jonah was told to go to Nineveh, but he decided not to, and he was running away. But at the end of the day, I believe you know this story. Let me not go into detail. At the end of the day, what happened? He went to Nineveh, not by his will, not by his will, but he landed there because that is where he was planted. And so life really has a way of pushing you slowly, gradually, directing you until you get to where you are supposed to be in life. Right now, I don't really know the person that you'll be fighting not to become in your life, or the places you've been fighting yourself never to be to. But the question I want to ask you is this. Right now in your life, do you think you are going to win that fight? Or finally, you are going to land there just like the way I have landed in mine? Whichever way, it is what it is. What will be is going to be. If you are planted somewhere, there is nothing you can do about it. You wouldn't know somehow, someone. Life really has a way of doing its own thing. Life is good at its game. It has a way of doing its own thing. Before you know it, you are going to find yourself there. And you find yourself being that person doing those things you said you will never do. Then your brain is going to flash back at how you've sworn for years that you will never be that kind of person. You will never go to those places. You will never do those things. And so I want you to drop it in the comment section. What is that thing in your life that you are doing right now, but some years back you swore not to do them? Have you become the person that you swore some years back that you would never be? Are you doing those things that you wished some years back that you would never do? Are you in those places or in that place that you swore some years back that you will never be? I want you to drop your own experience in the comment section if you have any. I would love to hear from you. It will bring joy to me hearing your own part of the story. Or you have someone else's story that happened in this manner, you can also share it with me in the comment section. I'm waiting to hear from you. Don't go nowhere. This is Simplicity in Big Channel. If what I have said in this video really makes some sense to you, I want you to give this video a like. I want you to share this video with others. And if you love what I am doing and you've told yourself, Dora, I've been watching your videos and I think I am picking interest in you. I think I want to support you. I think I want to see more of you. I think I want to hold you by the hand to see how you grow. Then subscribe to this channel for more. Or if you're watching me for the first time and you are not yet convinced and you're like, Dora, I won't do this now. I want to see more of you to be fully convinced. I am not angry with you. Take your time because I love someone doing something from the person's heart. You understand? If you want to support me, I love it coming from your heart. And if you still want to take your time, take your time. Then when you are ready to support me, don't forget to hit on the subscribe button and subscribe to this channel for more content. I love you. Stop fighting life because life really have a way of leading you to where you are supposed to be in life. Life really has a way of pushing you to become that person you are meant to be. I'll see you in my next video. Don't go nowhere, okay?